What's going on, guys? I'm Renegade, and I'm back out on my 1993 Yamaha XJ600. Oh, these bikes are kind of a mouthful to say, huh? I've long argued that riding a motorcycle is the most fun that you can do out in public, legally. Now, that being said, I understand that there's a lot of people out there who don't quite understand why motorcyclists do what they do. Why would you want to straddle a big piece of machinery that, you know, only has two wheels and that potentially could be extremely dangerous? Well, the short answer would be, it's a lot of fun. I forgot to button my shirt. I can't button it with these gloves on. The long answer varies on who you're asking as to why they do what they do. Now, a lot of motorcyclists will tell you it's freedom. And there definitely is some bit of truth to that. Alright, let's see if I can do this while I'm not also trying to, you know, cruise down the road and balance. Nope. Having one sleeve unbuttoned is going to bother the heck out of me. Now, a lot of people will tell you that it's all about freedom. And there is definitely some truth to that. I mean, you do get a serious sense of freedom anytime you're on a motorcycle. You know, I honestly believe that that is the inherent draw to motorcycles, whether people like to admit it or not. I think it's that idea of take your bike down to the waterside, stretch your arms out, and relax. Hey, look, water. And it's very true. There is such a great feeling of freedom while on a motorcycle because you see the world differently. You know, in a car, you're looking out the windshield and it's great, you know, what you can see, and you got your side windows, and, you know, but on a motorcycle, you can turn, you've got full view. Plus, you know, you get the air blowing on you. It's a very relaxing thing. Part of the draw, obviously, is also the speed. Anybody who tells you it's not about speed, don't believe them. That throttle is addicting. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. There's also this great feeling of accomplishment when you take a vehicle that not a lot of people know how to ride. That's inherently dangerous, and it takes some technical skill to be able to do it. Now, I'll argue that, you know, you can learn to ride a motorcycle. Anyone can learn to ride a motorcycle. But it does take a bit of technical skill to be able to do it. Otherwise, you'll just kill yourself. Or worse, other people. Woo! That was fun. You know, like those turns I just took, there were a couple kind of bumpy spots. You know, if you don't take them right, you can kill yourself. Like right there, I just felt the ass of my bike bounce because I hit a bump with my rear tire. So there is a great feeling of accomplishment when you harness something, you control it like that. You know what? If I can't have both sleeves buttoned, I'll just unbutton this one. There we go. Now, even though we all know that these are the inherent answers, these are the given answers. This is what everyone will tell you. I mean, it varies, but If you ask 100 people, you'll get these answers over and over and over again. But still, the question begs to be asked. Why do you ride? Why do I ride? The answer to that, and this is when I'm gonna reveal my geeky side to you all. No, not like push your glasses up on your nose and no. On my tank, which hopefully you can see, I have these letters and numbers. But what that actually is, these are chemical formulas. Chemical molecule formulas for dopamine, serotonin, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. And basically, these are all the chemicals that make you feel good, make you feel happy. Well, when I was repainting this bike, I put them around my gas cap. And I've joked in the past that, you know, my bike is my antidepressant. But that's not necessarily a joke, as it's the truth. Make them happy. Piss off the neighbors, make the kids happy. Riding a motorcycle to me is an extremely just overall happy experience. There is something about it, and I've never quite figured out what it is in my head. Whether it's that feeling of freedom, whether it's that feeling of the danger and just the overall excitement that comes with riding a motorcycle. I'm not sure what it is. But to me, it is such a great experience. Probably why I'm rolling around the town with no real destination in mind. Now, between the danger and the speed and the excitement you get from a motorcycle, or that I get from a motorcycle, there is that freeing feeling. And part of it is, honestly, part of it is just relaxation. Something happens to my brain when I'm doing something like going fast. I just relax. It kind of zens me out, you know? But it really just zens me out to be on a motorcycle. To just cruise. Now, whether that means I'm like, you know, blistering down the road and I'm getting deep into the curves, you know, carving through. Or that means I'm just, you know, cruising down the road. Whoops, that's a dead end. Crap. With sand, no less. Lovely. Pardon me, folks. Don't mind me. No matter which way it is, it's still zenful. Thanks, guys. Now, I don't ride for the culture of it. I know some people would say that motorcycle riding is passé. Especially, you know, using all that fossil fuel. Should get an electric car. Man, bag that, man. Oh, but the Tesla can... bag that. Can the Tesla rev up that high, grab you by your nether regions, and make the little kid in you go, woo, hee hee? No. And yes, that is an effect that every rider has. I don't care how mature you are, or what you think. Look, You get on a bike, and there's part of you that gets giddy when you hit those higher up RPMs. Your bike revs and it screams, and part of you is so excited by that. It's all a bunch of BS, sure, but there's always that little bit in everybody. I like to ride because it's freeing. It's zenful. There's something about getting on my motorcycle and either cruising or tearing through town that is just absolutely freeing. It makes me feel good. That's why when I did this bike, a pain in the tank, I put these formulas around my gas cap, because it is my antidepressant. Riding makes me feel so good and relaxes me so much that although I don't want to take anything away from people who are on antidepressants, or the doctors who prescribe antidepressants, or the idea of an antidepressant itself, you know, the medication. But I don't feel entirely bad calling this bike my antidepressant, strictly because of how it makes me feel. 12 years ago, I bought my first bike, and I didn't know how to ride. I just knew I was drawn to it. I had to have a motorcycle. No question. Had to have one. Now, I've learned how to ride a motorcycle. I've built a custom motorcycle. I've upgraded motorcycles. I upgraded from a 400 to the 600. Hey, I know that Ninja. Now, this draw that I had to motorcycle riding has only increased. It went from I need to ride to good Lord, I love riding, to I need to ride. Riding motorcycles, working on motorcycles, drooling over motorcycles has become so much of who I am that I couldn't live without it. And to some people that might sound a bit extreme to say, you know, oh, I can't live without a motorcycle. Motorcycles are toys. They're not, I mean, my mother is constantly reminding me of this. Motorcycles are toys. They're not a necessity. Well, you know what? They are to me. The way working on a motorcycle makes me feel, the way riding a motorcycle makes me feel, it has now become so much a part of me that without it, it would be like losing a limb. It'd be like chopping off my right arm. So why do I ride motorcycles? Because it's fun. Because it's freeing. Because it's who I am. Or at least part of who I am. We all ride for our different reasons. But the same idea remains constant through all the different riders. We ride because we have to. In our core, we have to ride. Done deal. Come on now, buddy. There are, of course, female riders out there. But that's why we ride. We have to. Remember, the next time you see somebody out riding a motorcycle, girl, guy, sport bike, cruiser, flat track, know, even the little Grom or the Rutkus or, you know, the Kawasaki Z100, 125, whatever that bike is. We ride because we have to. We ride because it's freeing. We're not trying to cause a scene. We're not trying to do anything like that. Just respect the rider. Respect his way of life. And just carry on. Maybe give him a thumbs up and say, hey, way to go. Enjoy yourself. Well, that's going to do it for me for today, guys. I'm going to go out and continue riding and enjoying the road, enjoying the nice weather. I hope you all do the same. Remember, if you're new here, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know when I drop a new video, as I drop it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. They'll always be in the link, or they'll always be linked in the description down below. So you all have a good day. I'm Renegade. This has been a great little ride for me. Y'all take care. And I'll keep taking care of business as I try to negotiate this really nasty corner. See you next time.